Good evening. This is Wolvenholm speaking. I'm making the castle MontyClere, and I wanted to show you how I do that. It's just the main entrance. I need some more air in front of the entrance there because of the elevated ground. Here I'm just copying from Cyclone2's set. I have already made the entrance to the staircase house. The default level of this house will be the foundation level. So I'm gonna lower this part later. I'm now realizing I have forgotten all about the staircase down to the basement. So I'm gonna remove the foundation on each side of this staircase with constraint floor elevation up. It's gonna lift, as you can see now, the whole floor up to regular height. Then I can put down my staircase, I can see. Because staircase down to the basement needs one regular height above. To the right side here I'm planning to have a library or a office, and on the long side with the courtyard I'm going to have a swimming pool, and in the corner down by the entrance is going to be a bathhouse. I have already made all this when I'm making the vocals for this video. I'm a little bit behind on the video. And on the left side of this staircase I'll have the grand hall or ballroom. It now turns out the house will probably end up like a Renaissance or more kind of golden with lots of decorations instead of a more gloomy, dark, medieval fortress kind of thing. So this staircase probably has to be updated a bit. And to the left side I will also have the kitchen. Or perhaps I have the kitchen down in the basement to make a bigger kitchen on the left side here. I'm now going to start on the staircase for the left and right side of this gatehouse. The gatehouse will be in the middle and there will not be any doors through there, so I have to make the staircase down here and a staircase up to the floor above in this part of the house. I can't have the main staircase on the other side as the only staircase in this house. It's gonna take too long to walk from A to B. And here I'm lowering it by putting down the foundation with constraint floor elevation false. And I'm putting up walls here. I'm not entirely sure how to where to put the foundation level. I need to put the foundation level on 4 clicks somewhere in this gatehouse. it's gonna be a foundation level here, 2 floors above that as part of the main house, and then it will be a frieze on the top. And here is my turret. I'm trying to make room for a turret. I have to use moveobjects on to do that. As you can see, the wall goes straight through. That is not looking good. So I try a diagonal wall. But as you see in the corner there with the turret, I have a problem with a gap in the wall, as you can see. So I put the corner up again and press on Alt while I place the turret. And I will do the place of the turret below this too. I just have to do it a little bit of fiddling. Usually I would have a glitch here when I place 2 columns on top of each other. But this is looking good. Yeah, there's no opening in that turret, but I'm just leaving it like that. It's not too bad. And then I need to add on another roof above there. I haven't totally decided on where to put the roof, because I want as many usable floors as I can have, of course, and seen from below. It is also much more interesting to have the roof closer to the sim if someone plays from the Sims point of view. I'll probably not paint the roofs on this house. I'm supposed to be able to place roof tiles if I hold down shift while I'm doing it, but I think it's too unreliable. I have these tiles popping up on different places anyway, so I don't think it's very useful. And here I place a frieze on the top. And now I'm gonna try and find the right level for my... I just have to turn off the placefriezes cheat first. Like this. So now I have 3 floors above each other. I have to decide where I want to put my 4-click high foundation. This house will be a little bit medieval with turrets and doors from Cyclone Zoo. Here you can see 2 floors and then a 4-click high at the bow, at the top. And I changed my mind and put 4-click just above the door instead. I think that's a pretty good solution. Yeah, medieval with turrets, and then it will be more classical Renaissance with columns I'm gonna use and a decoration. I have started already. This is the guildhall or ballroom. I'm just removing this foundation here. And on the outside here I want a alcove, or what you call it in English, for the windows. Three tiles wide. And the outer wall here will still be a bit boring, but I'm gonna fix that later. On the front I want windows and doors, so I'm just using constraint floor elevation falls and replacing the wall. Here I really should have been building 2 or 3 floors at the same time and then used constraint floor elevation later. And these are the doors from Sims3 set. It's really meant for the drawbridge. And this is the set from the Gimo 7 on MTS, Model Sims. I'm just testing it out to see if it's fitting my lot. And I'm doing the walls here. It's just for to get a impression on how it's gonna look. I probably download something specifically for the slot. And I'm struggling with these columns. If you look closely on these columns, you can see it has a slightly rounded shape. That is because it's slightly darker on the edges on the columns, main column there. And you had a little piece on the top, the one I'm pointing at. It's a little bit small. I think it should have been a little bit out from the column itself. And you see the columns is a little bit lighter in the middle, so therefore it looks as it is a bit rounded. I probably have made it, I don't really make columns of 3-dimensional objects, but I just know that it should be more flat, and to make that you need to make the the middle appear just slightly darker. Because if you make 3-dimensional objects darker, it's gonna attract less light and be less visible. If you have it lighter, it will reflect more light and you will see it easier. That's how you create rounded shapes. Here I'm trying something darker with gold. As you can see, the top piece is now very dark. I liked the bottom part of this column. That's very nice. Making 3-dimensional objects look good is very difficult, I can imagine. Yeah, well, I can't really use the Gimo 7's objects on TSR, and this lot has to go on TSR because of Cyclone Zeus set. So we'll just skip those pieces. I just needed to see how it looked. So this was part 2. See you again later.